Welcome to Mythos AI, your source for Cliff's Notes on complex subjects. Join Anna and Phil for yet another engaging conversation.
Okay, so have you ever scrolled through online and thought, wait, haven't I seen this like a million times before?
Yeah, definitely.
It's like this weird feeling, right?
Mhm.
Like the internet, this massive, endless thing, somehow feels small, repetitive, like we're stuck in an echo chamber,
Mhm.
which actually is what we're diving into today.
It's a great topic, really relevant. And there's this concept, it's called M-wave, and it might explain why this whole echo chamber thing happens online.
M-wave. Okay, I already like where this is going. Break it down for me. What is it?
So, M-wave is basically this idea that American culture, like movies, music, even our values, they've kind of become the default setting for the entire online world. Like, imagine, if you will, a city designed by someone who's only ever eaten pizza.
Right.
Their roads, their buildings, every park bench, it all revolves around pizza. That's kind of what's happening online. Silicon Valley, the birthplace of so much tech, it's like our pizza-obsessed city planner.
Okay, I'm with you.
And it's not just about the big tech companies, it's the people creating the tech. They're amazing, innovative, but they come from specific backgrounds, have certain biases, and all that unconsciously gets woven into the very fabric of the internet. The code, the algorithms, everything.
So you're saying it's like they're laying down the first roads in a brand new city, and everything built afterward has to follow those initial paths. Even if, down the line, we realize a pizza-only city isn't so great after all.
Exactly. It's like, say you only ever listen to restaurant recommendations from your one friend who, no offense to them, but they've got a very limited palate. You're going to miss out on a world of culinary experiences, right? And online, that's what happens with the M-wave. We get stuck in this loop thinking everyone loves pepperoni when in reality there's a whole world of sushi and tacos and everything in between.
And we don't even realize we're missing out. We just think that's how the internet is.
Exactly. And here's where it gets even wilder. It's not just the initial design, the roads of the internet. It's also about how we use it every single day.
Go on, you've got my attention.
Every click, every article we share, it all feeds into these complex algorithms, right? They're like invisible editors shaping our online experience, constantly curating what we see and what we don't see.
Algorithms, we hear that word all the time. But how do they actually work?
They're watching our every online move, not in a creepy way, hopefully, but they track what we click on, what we like, share, even how long we stay on a page. And with all that data, they build these little profiles of us trying to predict what we want, what we'll click on next. It's like we're constantly training them.
So if I, spend all day clicking on articles about sustainable living, the algorithm's just going to keep showing me more and more of that, even if in real life I'm also super into, ancient history or, I don't know, collecting vintage hats.
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. That's the double-edged sword of algorithms. They can be amazing, right? Like recommending a new book you might love or a band you've never heard of, but it's all based on your past choices. And those choices, well, they might be influenced by that M-wave we talked about.
And so we end up trapped in this echo chamber. We see what we've already seen, like what we've already liked, and miss out on all the other stuff. All because someone, somewhere, really loved pizza.
Pretty much.
So we're kind of stuck then. Like our own past online activity, which might have been influenced by this M-wave thing, is now dictating what we see in the future, narrowing our viewpoint without us even knowing it.
You got it. It's a self-perpetuating cycle. But, and this is important, there are ways to break free.
Okay, good, because that was starting to sound a little, I don't know, depressing. So what can we do? Should we all just throw our phones in the ocean and go live off the grid?
I wouldn't recommend that. No, it's not about ditching the internet entirely. It's more about being mindful, like becoming more aware of how this digital world works and then making deliberate choices about how we use it. It's about taking control.
Taking control. I like the sound of that. But how do we actually do that? Where do we even start?
Well, one simple thing is to diversify your news diet.
Huh. You mean eat more fiber. Sorry, go on.
No, I mean the news you consume. We all have our go-to sources, right?
Right.
And those are great. But what if we branched out a little? Like instead of just reading, say, the New York Times, which, obviously has a certain viewpoint, we also checked out The Guardian or Al Jazeera or even the Japan Times.
Interesting.
It's about getting different perspectives on things, seeing the same story through different lenses.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. It's like if all you ever eat is pizza, you might start to think that's the only food out there. But once you try sushi, try some tacos, suddenly a whole world of flavors opens up. And who knows, you might even discover your new favorite food.
Exactly. You're getting it. And it's not just about reading different news sources. When you do find something thought-provoking, something that challenges your assumptions or introduces you to a new idea, don't just like it and move on. Share it.
Sure. Okay.
Sharing those diverse viewpoints is like telling the algorithm, hey, I'm interested in more than just pizza. Show me the sushi, show me the tacos, show me the world.
Okay, I'm sold. What else? What other mind tricks can we use to outsmart these algorithms?
This might sound a bit basic, but pay attention to those why am I seeing this ad things that pop up.
Close. Yeah, I usually just close those
I
immediately.
know, right? They can be annoying. But they actually offer some interesting clues about what the algorithm thinks it knows about you.
Hmm.
Like, it might show you that it's using your browsing history or your location data to target ads, which, okay, not that surprising. But sometimes it can get kind of creepy.
Creepy how?
Like maybe you're seeing ads for baby products, but you don't have kids and you're not planning on having kids anytime soon.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Right. So that's a sign that maybe the algorithm has you, shall we say, miscategorized based on something you clicked on or searched for ages ago.
So what can you do about it?
Well, you can actually adjust your ad settings, you can clear your search history, you can essentially retrain the algorithm to be more accurate. You're not powerless in this, you have more control than you think.
It's like telling the algorithm, hey, I am not the pregnant lady you think I am.
Exactly. And it's not just about what we see, it's about what we do too. Like, we can't talk about the internet without talking about all the, let's just say, the less than ideal stuff out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. The hate speech, the misinformation, it can be overwhelming.
It really can, but that's why our choices matter even more. Every click, every share, every comment, it's all a vote for the kind of digital world we want to see.
That's a good way to think about it.
If we want a more thoughtful, diverse, and honestly a kinder internet, we have to actively participate in creating that.
So we have to be more proactive. Can't just be passive scrollers anymore.
You got it. Think of it like this. You're walking down the street, you see a broken streetlight, you just walk by, right? Not your problem.
Sure.
But what if you took a minute to report it?
Small act, but yeah, it makes the street a little safer, brighter for everyone.
Exactly. And it's the same online. If you see something harmful, even if it feels like a tiny thing, report it. You're making the internet just a little bit better.
So it's like, we got to be those people who report the broken streetlights to make the internet a safer place for everyone.
Exactly. And not just that, it's also about like shining a light on the good stuff too. When you find those articles, those creators, the online spaces that are doing amazing things, share those too. Boost their signal.
Right, right. Like, instead of complaining about the bad restaurant down the street, we should be telling everyone about that awesome new cafe we discovered, the one with the incredible coffee and the friendly staff.
You know it. Every positive action, every thoughtful comment, every time we share something uplifting, it's like we're adding to this collective effort to build a better online experience. And here's something else to consider, right? We're not just shaping the internet for us, for how it is right now. Every choice we make online, it contributes to this digital legacy we're leaving behind for everyone who comes after us.
Wow. Yeah. It's like when you put it that way, it kind of makes you think twice about that, kind of snarky comment you're about to leave on some random article.
It's all about perspective. We all have
Yeah.
those moments, right? But what if, just what if, every time we went online, we paused for a second and thought, what kind of digital world am I helping to create right now with this click, with this comment, with this share?
It's a powerful question. And honestly, a great place to wrap up our deep dive into M-Wave and the echo chamber. We hope you found this insightful, eye-opening, maybe even a little inspiring.
And maybe next time you log on, you'll stop and think about those digital choices a little differently.
Think about the digital pizza, so to speak. And whether you're ready to try a little something else, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for listening to Mythos AI. Stay tuned for more concise insights. And remember to hit the like button and subscribe for future episodes.